about installation of Git in Windows and how to commit the code into GitHub and some basic commands of Git and Linux. For installation, just go to Google and type download Git for Windows. If you see here, click on the first link. It will redirect to download the Git. Here, if you see, the latest version of Git is 2.27.0 and I am downloading 64-bit Git for Windows setup. It starts downloading. It will take some time to download. Once it gets downloaded, open the .exe file to install the Git. If you open it, it will show you to install the Git. Click on Next to proceed. You no need to change the path that has been installed. Click on Next. If you want additional icon of Git onto desktop, click on it. If not, you can leave it there. And finally, click on Next, Next, and so on Next to install. We no need to change anything here. And finally, click on Install to install the Git. Installation will take some time. Once it gets installed, you just open Git Bash interface. Click on Launch Git Bash. It launched the Git Bash interface. Git Bash interface is used to enter the Git commands. Now we are in C drive. Now let's move to D drive. Now currently we are in D drive. Let's create a new directory using mkdir command. Mkdir command is a Linux command that is used to create a new directory. I am creating the directory with the name git test. If you see here, in git test, there are no files in it. Using ls command, you can view the list of files in the present directory. Now let's create a new file in the current directory. Till now we have done by installing the Git and a Git setup in local. I am writing some content into the text file. Now, if you want to connect the remote Git repository into your local Git, for that you need to create a repository in GitHub account. If you created the GitHub repository, you can directly copy the link from it. If you see here, GitHub test is the GitHub repository which has been created, and I am copying this link to connect this remote repository into the local repository of Git. For now, I will do git init. Git init command is used to initialize the empty Git repository of the current directory. Now this is the local repository. You can add the remote repository by using the command git remote add origin and paste the link here. Now you have successfully added the remote repository into your local. Now type git status. If you see the current local Git repository, we have a file test.txt which not yet been committed. If you want to commit that, you need to add the file by using the command git add test.txt, and after that you can commit by using git commit -m with some message. It has been committed successfully. You can see here there are 2 insertions for that file. Now you need to push this file onto the remote repository by using the command git push origin master. Master is the branch name. If you click on enter, it will ask you the credentials of remote GitHub repository. And once you give your username and as well as password, it will push your local Git repository file onto the remote repository. If you see here, it has been done successfully. Now we will verify whether the file test.txt is there in our GitHub repository or not. Go to your repository and you can see test.txt which has been added 1 minute ago with the commit, and you can be able to view the content as well. That's all.